This is not going in the podcast. I'm not putting... My dad listens to this.
Does he?
My mum and my dad listen to this.
Oh, you're already recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're not going to do an introduction?
Yeah, I am.
Hi, sisters! Can I do the introduction?
Yeah, go on.
Hey, guys, and welcome to the second episode of Destination Happiness, featuring Matthew Levy, the sexy, mysterious, naughty, handsome Australian fellow who stole my heart. I listened to your last episode.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
I did.
You did listen to it?
I did listen to it.
What did you think?
I thought it was good. That's definitely a good starter.
Thank you. What was your favourite part?
My favourite part? Oh, I remember it was, you said something and I kind of cracked up. Oh, yeah, it was like when you were talking about your boyfriend and you're like, after I broke up with him, I was reborn.
The 8th of May 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my second birthday.
Your second birthday. It sounds like something from a cult. Like, yes, I went through the rebirthing process.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I am born again.
Matt, can you tell us all where you're from?
I was born on the Gold Coast of Australia. I've moved all around the southeast Queensland here in Australia. Raised mostly in the country. And then I turned 17 and was like, fuck this shit, because, you know, it's the fucking country.
Yeah.
So I moved into the city, and I've been living here in Brisbane ever since.
Did you move here with your parents, or just you?
No, just me.
Oh, when you were 17?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, that's such a young age to move away from home.
I graduated at 16, like high school, so...
Oh, what, so did you not go to uni?
No, I went to uni. That's why I moved into Brisbane originally. It was like 3 hours on public transport to get to uni from where I was living, so I was like, fuck that shit. I'm just going to get my own place.
Do you feel like you're away from home? Because you're only a little bit away, but I guess you are away. I never really did that whole moving to uni thing, because I was always living at home until I moved country.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely felt like I was away from home, because mummy wasn't there.
Aww. You had to cook your own meals and do your own laundry.
Oh, I didn't do that shit for like a month. Yeah, just $5 pizzas for the first month until I found out that cooking was a real thing.
From Domino's?
Yeah, Domino's.
I've not had an Australian Domino's pizza since 2017.
So you still haven't had Domino's in Australia?
No, I haven't.
All of you English people keep telling me that the Domino's back in England is apparently way more expensive, but apparently way better.
So typical Domino's in England is probably about £40, which is
What
around,
the fuck?
Yeah, and that's around like $70.
Nah, that's fucked.
Honestly, it's like 10 times the price.
$70.
But the good...
That's like a night out. What the fuck are you talking about?
So you have them for $70.
Cheap ones.
Yeah, I mean, I can't compare because I haven't had one here. But I remember when I was here last time, that was this one day, I think I was in Early Beach, and I bought a pineapple because, you know, it's really healthy.
You bought a pineapple?
Yeah, from Woolies.
Like a whole pineapple?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to eat a pineapple.
You ate a whole pineapple?
No! So I brought it back, I cut it up into pieces, and then I ate
Okay. I just had a picture of you on the beach, like, munching onto a pineapple, like, not even cutting it up.
Some people don't buy pre-cut fruit, Matt.
Cheap bastards.
No. But anyway, so I had this pineapple, but it wasn't ripe yet. So I ate it, and my mouth started feeling fuzzy. And it was a bit acidic, like it was like bad. It was a bad pineapple.
I was going to say, you're not allergic to pineapple, are you?
No, I think it was just not ripe enough. So I ate it, whatever, hurt my tongue. I was like, oh, I'll just throw that away.
I think you might have a pineapple allergy.
I know, because I've eaten so much pineapple since then. It was just that one pineapple. Right. But so, later on that day, I believe I did have a Domino's. It was some sort of pizza with a tomato base anyway, probably Domino's. And the tomato was reacting with my tongue when it burned from the acidity from the pineapple earlier on in the day, and I was eating this pizza, and I started crying. Like,
what the fuck?
Trying, you know when you're eating spicy food and you start sniffling and like...
Yeah, I guess,
you know, but my eyes were watering, and I said to my friend, and I was like, is this pizza bad to you? She was like, nah, it's alright, why? And then I clicked that it was the pineapple. We both shared the pineapple earlier on in the day, but she was like, oh, this is minging. I was like, oh, I'm going to eat it because we bought it.
This is minging.
Oh, yeah, you don't use that word.
I was going to say, what the fuck did you just say to me? This is minging.
Do you know what minging means?
Sounds like off? Like bad?
Yeah, like disgusting.
Minging. I'm stealing that. That's good.
Yeah. Do you remember how we met? I don't remember the first time I met you, but I remember, like, because we worked together, obviously. Were you there when I had my trial shift at the bar?
Yes.
You were? Because
Yeah.
I remember there was 4 or 5 of you. I was 2 days into Australia or something like that, and I was doing a trial shift at a bar, and I was talking to you all, and Nick was like, oh yeah, you're from England. I was like, oh yeah, just chatting to you guys, and he was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, why don't you come work with us? I was like, oh, well, actually, my background's not in hospitality, my background's actually in marketing. And he was like, oh, we do marketing. I meant digital marketing. Nick meant sales marketing, which are 2 completely different things.
As you found out.
But yeah, so I don't think I spoke to you at that occasion. I think I was mainly speaking with Nick.
You brought me my drinks.
Did I?
Yeah.
I bring many more drinks. What did you have, a beer?
No, I had a gin and orange.
You remember?
I always order a gin and orange for my first drink.
All right. I thought you remembered because it was a special moment the time you met me.
The time I met the one.
You remember the date as well. You remember the weather.
I had a broken leg at the time, I remember that.
Oh, so you did break your leg before?
Yeah, because I went to Dirty Sultan with the others from the office, because at the time I was working in the office because I had a broken leg. I couldn't be in the field.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Yeah, because I remember you had a broken leg, but I didn't really ask you many questions about it. And then I later learned that you broke your leg. You broke your leg because you were drunk in a kebab shop and you slipped over on a kebab that was on the floor.
No, first of all, fuck off. No, someone's bullshitting you. Someone's fucking around here. Because, I did not slip on a kebab on the floor. The floor was just wet and I was shit-faced.
No, someone told me.
No, they're lying.
You wouldn't know, you were drunk. That's like, I think the first time I spoke to you.
Was learning about my kebab shop debacle.
I thought, this guy's funny.
Oh my god.
What else do you do? Oh yeah, and then that was it. So I worked in 2 places that were next to each other, and I think I had just finished working at the bar and you guys had just finished working in the office, and you were messaging me saying, come for a night out, everyone's coming for a night out.
I do remember that, yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, like everyone's coming, like Morris, B Pro, everyone, like Gabby, I don't know who else was there at the time. So I was like, sure, I'll come out. So I got ready after working at the bar. I was like, right, see you later, guys. I'm going out with my other work lot. And then it's you and Morris, I think. And then Morris is like, right, see you later, guys. And then it's just me and you. And I thought, that set me up here. This is
just a bit of strategy.
So I ended up just going out for drinks with you. But yeah, no. So I remember we went to the Met together. And it was just me and you, but I'd never really spoken to you much. I think we've spoken a few times by this point, but never just like me and you. And I was like, right, it's just me and you going out then. I remember, I think you'd already had a few drinks.
I had a fair few drinks.
Yeah, you had a few drinks. I was stone cold sober.
Were you? Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I just finished work. Might have had a knockoff drink, but I don't think I did. And so we hobbled along with your broken leg.
That's right. Even at that point, I did have a broken leg.
Did you have crutches, or was it just the boot?
I was just in a moon boot at that stage, although I had been out to the valley in the crutches.
Of course you did.
But I actually did also have another friend there. I don't know if you remember.
Who?
Zach, tall fella, tattoos.
Wait, I met a Zach the other day, and shit, yeah.
Tall Zach, about 6'4",
and he's got,
covered in tattoos.
I don't remember any tattoos, but he had like long hair.
Oh, how long?
Like.
Is it curly?
Like wavy, like beach hair, but long.
That could have been him.
Yeah, actually, because I met a guy called Zach the other day, and I introduced myself. I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." He was like, "I've met you before, Zach. Do you remember from the valley?"
Oh, yeah.
Stop doing that.
I can't help it.
Do something quiet.
Okay. Yeah, no, he was there as well.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty drunk and he rocked up and I was like, Zach, mate, you've got to come meet this Sophie girl. She's from England, etc., etc. And he was like, fuck off, let's go somewhere else, because he fucking hates the Met.
What? He hates English people?
No, he hates the Met, the place we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't want to stay, and it took a while to convince him to stay. Eventually, I was just like, I think I said something along the lines of, she'll flirt with you and maybe buy you a drink. Like, I'd lied my ass off to this guy, and he was like, all right, fine, I'll stay for one if she's going to buy it. And then I bought it and pretended that you did to get him to stay.
What the fuck? I don't remember that.
No.
I probably had one too many vodka pineapples.
I was going to say, you were very drunk at the end there.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I went to a festival the other day. I went to Wildlands. I went with my friend Nikita and our other friend Dean. And I didn't even plan to go to this festival. I booked the tickets half an hour before we went because Nikita and Dean were already going, but I was like, oh, a last minute thing, I want to see H, I want to see Bicep. And so I went. Nikita had work, so she couldn't see Bicep. So I went to see Bicep by myself, just me. I was in the crowd. I was just dancing with random people, like going on random people's shoulders. I'd never met them before. I was so blackout drunk. So many people were like, oh, how was the festival when I went out the other night? I'm like, what do you mean? Did I see you? They're like, yeah, I was talking to you. I was like, I don't remember seeing you. I was blackout. And the next morning, you know when you get anxiety and you remember all the shit you've done?
Yeah, I get that.
And I remembered I snuck into VIP, nearly got kicked out, and the bouncer cut off my wristband and he threatened to arrest me.
Oh.
Bouncers can't even arrest people.
No, they can't. Did you tell them to fuck off?
No, I didn't.
Missed opportunity.
Oh my god, I need a drink.
Sophie, tell us about your childhood.
You want to hear about my childhood? Alright. Well, I'm an only child. I have no brothers and sisters.
Fucking loser.
I don't know. I lived in England until I was 9.
No shit.
What do you mean, no shit?
Listen to that accent. Bottle of water? Listen here, you're like a right cheeky skank, yeah?
Oh no. Mum and Dad split up when I was 2. Lived with my mum until I was, well, just recently. Me and my mum moved to Scotland when I was 9. My dad stayed in England. It was a very last minute thing. Like, it wasn't planned at all. It was a normal day. Also, I thought I was going to get out for school. And my mum woke me up. She's like, Sophie, pack your bags. We're moving to Scotland today.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty abrupt.
Yeah, I mean, Mum was going through some stuff at the time, but it's nothing that I blame her for.
I was going to say, you don't generally just plan a very abrupt trip to Scotland unless you're going through something.
Yeah, like, we left everything. Maybe that's probably why I'm so used to just getting up and leaving and travelling.
Yeah, because you were doing it from such a young age.
Yeah, when I was 9, like...
Some parents go to Disneyland.
Thanks, Matt. No. Yeah, so packed a bag. I mean, I don't remember what I packed. My mum probably packed for me. I remember I was in floods of tears, and she said to me, she was like, don't call your dad, don't tell him we're going to Scotland, I'll let him know when we get there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like a 10-hour drive. So, left all my toys, all my teddies.
Oh, not the teddies and toys.
My childhood, my bedroom. I never went back to that place. Did I? No. Literally just up and left. Everything I owned. Teddies, toys, games, my TV, my bed, my room.
You never went back?
We just up and left.
Have you ever wanted to?
Not really, I don't play with toys anymore.
Did, your dad come and get any of the toys or anything? Or it just all was just left?
It was all just left. The landlady ended up having to deal with it and clearing out the house, and then she had to let it out again to someone else. But, yeah, we just left. Mum was going through some stuff. So my mum actually left home when she was young. Like the same way as I did. She moved country when she was 18, I believe. So all her family are up in Scotland. So down in England, it's just her and me. And when she was going through all this stuff, she just wanted to be back with her family again. So packed a bag and moved back to Scotland to be with her family.
Wow, that's a big jump. Especially for you at such a young age.
Never got to say goodbye to my dad. Never got to say goodbye to my friends. My friend Ashley, we had known each other for like 5 years at this point. Like, she was just waiting to see me at school like a normal day.
Someone's playing piano.
Please stop, that's annoying.
That is a true Mozart.
I was in Scotland for 1.5 years. My dad sometimes came up to visit for the weekend. I would sometimes go down. I think I went down for 6 weeks holidays at some point. But yeah, and then eventually I moved up when I was 9. When I was 10, I moved back down and went back to normal, but it wasn't back to normal. I had a Scottish accent.
Right, listen here. We're going back to England.
We're going back to England. Yeah, I remember the day actually, because I felt like an outsider when I lived in Scotland. Obviously, my family was there, but I wasn't Scottish. All my friends were in England. It was cold constantly. Like, with me and my mum, we never had much. It was just me and her against the world. And I remember the day I made friends in Scotland. I put on a Scottish accent because I didn't want to be bullied for being English, and eventually that Scottish accent just became my accent. Like, you know the inner monologue in your voice, like in your brain when you think.
Was it English when you went?
Yeah, and then it turned into Scottish. Yeah,
What is it now?
It's back to English.
Okay.
It's Chinese. Is there another snake?
I think it was a rat.
Oh, I don't mind rats.
Yeah, it is. Little bush rat.
Yeah, my inner monologue was Scottish. I tried my hardest to fit in, and like even the school system's different up there. During lunch hours, there was a school canteen. I was never used to that in England. I was normally used to bringing in a packed lunch, or your parent could pick you up from school and take you home for lunch.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I think I remember one day my mum or my auntie picked me up from school, and we went for McDonald's. I thought that was great. You'd never get that in England. And instead of year 1, year 2, year 3... Wait, do you have that here in Australia?
Yeah, we go like... it starts with prep or kindergarten, and then you go to 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
etc.
okay. So in England we have like nursery, and then you have year 1 to year 11, and then you go into college, then you go into uni. But it was when I was in year 5 in England that I went up. So instead of year 5, I was in primary 5, and then I was in primary 6. But they actually mix up the year groups in there. So instead of it being just P5, it was P4 and 5, and then P5 and 6. So you'd be with people that are older than you or younger than you.
Yeah, that happens.
So that was weird.
In some Australian schools. I had that in my primary school as well.
That rat's there again.
Yeah, he's looking at me. He's cute though.
I think he's pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, you should name him.
Tell me about your childhood, Matt.
My childhood, wow. I mean, I don't know. I grew up on the Gold Coast as a twin.
Yes, Nick.
Yeah.
You and Nick. Jesus. Like,
What?
I
Yeah,
didn't
go
know
on.
you had a twin. I didn't know you had a twin. And then when you told me you had a twin, I thought, oh, Matt's bullshitting again. And then you just never backed down from it. I was like, is he telling the truth? I mean, it's not really that big of a lie. So I believed you. And then I saw I saw him, but at the time I didn't know that was your brother. I just thought it was one of your mates. He was like, I'm Nick. And you're like, yeah, I've told you about Nick. I'm like, what? And you're like, this is my twin. I'm like, shit, you guys don't look alike.
Everyone always thinks I'm bullshitting about the twin. I don't understand it. Like, do I bullshit that much?
Yeah, you do. You're the liar of all lies.
I don't think I've ever told a lie. I think I'm the most honest person I know.
Tell me one thing that you've been honest about. Like, earlier on, when you said we were meant to meet at the Botanical Gardens, and then you got here early, and I was like, really? Are you taking the piss? Or are you actually there?
Yeah, and I was there.
Yeah, but I didn't believe you.
Yeah, why didn't you believe me?
Because you're never telling the truth.
I'm always telling the truth. You guys just don't believe me.
It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Except that, sorry, I never cried wolf. I am completely honest, open book. You can ask me anything and I will answer it wholeheartedly.
Alright, Matt. What has been your favourite memory with me?
With you?
Yeah.
Favourite memory? That's a good question. Probably would have to be that night at Dunda. Yeah,
Which
when
one?
Which one? That one when I brought Izzy, my friend Izzy, my
Yeah.
twin, a girl Nick was seeing at the time, Jade, and the 5 of us just got absolutely fucking demolished together.
I do remember that night. Well, vaguely. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember like meeting you, Nick. That was the first time I met Nick and Izzy and Jade. I saw Izzy and Jade the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, well, there you go.
At Max's house party.
Shocker, that one.
Yeah, why is that your most memorable night?
Because it was a good time, like start to finish. It was just a good time. I mean, I've worked with you. Not exactly memorable.
What do you mean?
I was just fucking working.
Yeah, true. I mean, work's work, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no, well, it was better with you.
It was better with you.
Why are you holding my hand?
You're holding my hand.
Just let the record show that Sophie held my hand first.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few memories together. Obviously, working in the office parties, getting drunk together many times, working together. But that was just a really good night, start to finish.
Yeah, true. I think it's always a good night getting drunk with you, just because, just in day to day, you're a maniac. So when you get drunk, it just accentuates that. And you're more of a maniac, slipping in kebab shops and stuff.
Oh my god! First of all, the kebab shop will pay. Second of all, I had to sit in an alleyway next to that kebab shop for 3 hours waiting for an ambulance.
Were you by yourself?
I had mates, but I told them to go home.
Oh,
yeah.
Did they go home?
They were trying to insist that they could just get me in an Uber, and I was like, no, my leg's broken. They funnily enough, they weren't believing me. They were like, nah, you're bullshitting, fuck off. And they're like trying to lift me, and I was like, do not touch my leg, it's broken, I know it's broken.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I had to wait.
It's broken!
No, I had a friend come out from one of the clubs when she finished, and she hung out with me until the ambulance arrived.
As long as you got your leg fixed, and it seems like you did.
It's all good, I can hop around on it now, and...
Do you have a metal stick in there?
I do.
So every time you go through the airport, you get beeped?
Well, I'm yet to go through the airport, so we're going to find out.
Well, you're going to England soon, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Oh my god, wait, so I'm also leaving in like a week or two. You've never been to England, hey?
No, I've never been to England.
Have you been to Europe?
I've been to Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and briefly the Netherlands.
Briefly? What do you mean?
I was doing a homestay thing as a part of my school with Germany, and I was staying with a German student kid, and he took me to his ice hockey game, which was in the Netherlands, like just over the border.
Oh, well, just like next door?
Literally.
Just went for the afternoon to the Netherlands?
Yeah, basically. It was like a 7-hour trip.
I did something like that in Germany. I was flying to Germany. I was going to Switzerland, to Davos, for 2018 World Economic Forum to do some work there.
Oh wow.
And
fancy gal.
Yeah, it was fun. We got to ski afterwards too. But yeah, so we ended up buying our plane tickets to Germany, went shopping in Germany for like food and alcohol and stuff, and then we got a car and then drove to Switzerland. So we were literally in Germany for a few hours.
Oh shit,
just to do a food shop.
That's dope. Just did a quick food shop in Germany.
Getting some bratwurst.
Oh, let me get the bratwurst. Yum yum. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I got... that was the very first time I got drunk in my life.
How old were you?
About 15.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Well, the ice hockey game ended in a brawl, because apparently most ice hockey games do, as I came to find out. But then they just started handing out beer tokens, and because the drinking age is 16, apparently I looked old enough to drink, so they started handing me drinks, and I was like,
God.
It's amazing. I had 2 beers and was like falling all over the place.
Just for reference, the legal drinking age in Australia and the UK is 18. Wait, is it 18 in England?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, it is. So, why are you moving to England? Are you moving by yourself or with your family?
No, so it was, I've always wanted to travel, and then me and a mate, my best mate, about 3 years ago, we became best mates, and he just sort of was like, I also want to travel.
Wait,
and I was like,
for the airplane.
Oh. Maybe the love of my life is on that plane right now.
She could already be in England.
Maybe she's right in front of me. Can you get out of the way, because she's right behind me. See, I feel like we're like a part of a radio show right now. Like,
what do you mean?
Matt and Sophie back with 999, stopping the non-stop beats to tell you about our non-stop beats. Up next, we've got Ratty Tatty and his big old tail. Stay tuned to get the scoop, you know? Does this not feel like a radio station? I feel like...
Are you moving to England by yourself or like with family? Like, why are you moving to England? What's made you decide to do that?
So I've always wanted to travel. Like, obviously back in school I went to Italy and Switzerland and Germany because why not if you've got the opportunity.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I loved it. Australia's a great country. Best country in the world, don't get me wrong. But I've obviously got to go see the rest of the world. I talk to a lot of people and they're always like 30 or 40, 50 and they're like, oh, yeah, I was going to do that when I was younger, but I never got around to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I just cannot get to an age where I'm like, I actually can't do this anymore. Yeah, I met my best mate 4 or 5, 3 something years ago, and he was like, I want to go to England. And I was like, I'd never really put any organisation or thought into the fact that I wanted to go overseas. I just was always like, I want to. And then he said that, and I was like, let's just fucking organise it. And then we were really bad at organisation. So it took us 2 years, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then
Stupid
obviously can't do anything during COVID. There was lots of losing jobs and this and that and ups and downs.
Yeah, you couldn't really travel.
No, you could not. And then it hit like this end of 2020, 2021, and we were like, all right, let's start organising this. And again, we were both just really disorganised for a couple of years. And as of 2 months ago, he finally got his shit together and just was like, I'm going, and he went over there, so he's now over there.
Oh, so he's there now?
He's there,
Did he not want to wait for you?
He was going to, but like he ended up pushing his like going back like by like 3 months.
Yeah.
And eventually he was like I just need to go, and I was like, it's right, I'll be there like a month or two after.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So you're already like independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's there waiting for me, and I'm leaving soon so that I can go see him because I missed the bugger.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. That's very similar to me and Ashley, because we'd always wanted to go travelling. We always knew that there was more to life, and we didn't exactly want to get to 40, 50 and think, oh, I wish I went travelling, but I didn't, you know. And if you hear them stories from other people and you're in a position where you are still able to travel, I mean, obviously if you're 40 or 50 you can still travel, but there are certain restrictions like house and mortgage and kids and stuff like that, and ties down. So while we have the freedom and the flexibility to travel, then why not?
Yeah, I had some dude tell me apparently after the age of 31 you can't go on any of the youth mobility schemes either or anything like that. Like, you have to have a lot more money if you want to travel after the age of 31. So like, I'm going to England on a youth mobility scheme visa. That's the visa I'm going on. It just lets me stay there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And work there for 2 years. And
cool.
after the 2 years, I would have to change visa to something else. I haven't looked 100% into it because I'm like, I don't really plan to stay there longer than 2 years. So
yeah, I mean, England's great, but it's very small, especially compared to the world. There's so many countries to see.
Yeah, but I'm going to meet the love of my life over there. So.
I don't know what the visa situation is in England, to be fair. I mean, because I don't study it because I'm from the UK, so I don't need to. All I know is the Australian visa situation is a load of rubbish, and I've got to do 3 months worth of farm work, regional work, to stay here every year that I want to stay.
Yeah, that's crazy. I always forget that you guys have to do like a certain amount of work.
Yeah,
out
your
on the farms.
government really rinses us.
Hey, we've got farms. We need workers. Get out there.
So you're going in 2 weeks. How do you feel?
I don't know. I feel like it hasn't hit yet.
Yeah.
Because also I'm bored with Brisbane. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, best city in the world, best country in the world. But yeah, I've been here my whole life. I know everyone. I've done everything.
Yeah, I've been here for 7 months now, and I'm also bored of Brisbane. Like, I'm ready for the next thing. Can't imagine spending my whole life here.
Gold Coast.
But to be fair, I've spent my whole life in England, so I can't imagine.
Yeah, every English person I talk to is like, why are you going to England?
Yeah, like, to be fair, when you said to me you're going to England, I was like, what? Like, it's not like it's in the movies. It's raining. But I mean,
like the rain.
Yeah, you said that. Like, you'll have a great time regardless.
I mean,
but it's a weird place to go to.
I need to be able to see the rest of the world, especially Europe, because
Yeah.
The times have been a bit amazing. And being in England allows me to do that while also being in a country that speaks my language.
That's exactly why I came to Australia. See, we're literally the opposite of each other.
Referencing the tattoo, but...
What tattoo?
That one. Yin Yang.
Ah! Koi cups. Kois.
Yes, ma'am.
When you go to England, you said you're staying in Oxford, right?
No.
Have you changed your
Yeah,
plans?
no, that has changed.
Okay,
because,
where are you going?
I didn't give a shit where I went, to be honest. Like, I was like, I'll just figure it out. But my mate got put on a work placement for 6 months in Ambleside, in the Lake District.
The Lake District, okay.
Yeah, so...
I mean, I've heard lots of good things about the Lake District. I don't think I've been there myself.
Everyone says it's pretty but boring.
Well, I can't comment on that really. It depends what you like doing for fun. I know you like getting drunk. Alcohol. Oh, actually, you'll love this. So in England, there's no silly alcohol rules. You can buy alcohol from any shop, any supermarket. So you know you have like Coles and Woolies here.
Yeah.
You can go to Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's, wherever you want to go, and you can buy alcohol from the supermarket. And also, you can drink after midnight. Like, there's no cut-off for drinking, like for shots or stuff like that.
Yeah, my mate's been, like, we've had a few video calls, and he's like, I thought, you know, I'd come over here and it'd be pretty similar to Australia, but Matt, there's so much worse.
What do you mean worse?
He's like, there's a pub everywhere, and like, everyone's drinking, and they're drinking at the train station, they're drinking in public, and like, everyone's buying alcohol everywhere they go.
Yeah, like, we'll have pre-drinks in the street.
That's crazy. Well, we do that here. We have to hide it. Like, we have to pour it into a different bottle to make it look like it's a Powerade or some shit.
Yeah, and then you have to have like a stubby cooler, don't you?
Yeah, a cheeky little stubby cooler.
True.
To hide the fact that you're drinking.
What else has your friend said about England? What's his name?
Zach?
Zach. Oh, it's Zach that I met?
Yeah.
Oh! Put two and two together. I see. Yes, so I have already met Zach. Wait.
Yeah.
I was with him the other day.
Were you?
It must have been a different Zach.
I'm going to go ahead and say yeah. Yeah, it was probably a different Zach.
If he's already been there for 3 months, yeah, it definitely was a different Zach. Yeah, what else has he said about the UK?
He said it's beautiful. He sent a few videos of castles, because apparently those are just fucking everywhere.
Yeah, we do have a lot of castles.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he said it's beautiful, cold, windy, rainy,
Yeah.
kind of depressing sometimes.
Yeah.
And he said the Lake District is kind of boring, which is why I'm moving to Manchester.
Oh, you're going to Manchester?
Yeah.
You're going to thrive in Manchester.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
I've heard so many good things. To be honest, I've not really been up to Manchester, like, properly. I'd really like to, but obviously I'm in Australia now. I'll do that another time.
No, you're an Aussie now. Fuck England.
Yeah. I've heard that Manchester is like London, but friendlier.
Really?
And I love London. You definitely need to go to London as well when you're there, like for the weekend or something.
It's on the list, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, go to Brighton, where I'm from, which is near London. It's London on the coast.
I'd also like to point out, because I work with so many of you English people, I have started picking up the accent a fair bit. Like, I've noticed a fair few of my words just sound too English.
Like what?
I don't know, like, that's a good question, actually. Now that you said it, I've completely forgotten, and now I'm going to focus. That's one, water. No, water. I'm going to focus on being Australian.
Water. Cleo,
Yeah.
the water.
You got to pronounce your T's as D's.
Water.
Yeah.
No, if you're from England.
Huh?
Us English, we pronounce our T's. Water.
Yeah, ridiculous. You don't need to pronounce your T's.
But to be fair, there's no such thing as an English accent because there's
you're
so
faking
many...
it.
What do you mean I'm faking?
I know you're faking it. Come on.
Where do you think I'm from?
England? Oh, come on. When are you guys are just all going to stop faking that silly little accent?
Alright, Matt. When you first met me... I know.
Smash.
When you first met me, Matt,
Yeah.
I know by you planning to invite me out on a night out with everyone by myself, and by the way you were looking at me, etc., etc. What was the initial attraction?
I actually remember seeing you in the office, and it was like, I saw you a few times, and I was saying to people like, oh, is she going to make it? Is she actually going to, like, stay in the job, or is she going to get fired super quick? Is she going to be shit or not? Turns out you weren't.
Thank
as
you.
shit as some people.
Right.
And then you stayed around until eventually my leg was good and I was back in the field. And I remember going to field one day and I just walked past you and I like just proper looked at you and I like turned to Mark, my team leader, and I was like, she's a dime piece.
I'm a what?
A dime piece. She's a little dime piece. And he was like, you're a twat, and smacked me over the head.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm going to talk to her. And I think the initial attraction was your accent, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
My friend Elle, when I first came to Australia, she said boys will literally be melting at my feet for my English accent, and she's not wrong.
I don't know, I guess I enjoyed Harry Potter as a kid. It just reminded me of that whole Hermione Granger little thing going on. I was like, tasty.
Okay, Matt. Best personality trait.
Best of you?
Yep.
Oh. Your spontaneity? I completely butchered that word. Your spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
That's the one.
Spontaneity.
That's the one. My favourite word. Yeah, fucking every time I hit you up, like to come done that, you'd just be down, which is what I love, because I'm all about spontaneous sends to the valley or just getting drunk at the very last minute.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, and I just text you like on a Wednesday afternoon, like drinks, and you're like, I'm on my way.
Yeah, I'm always on my way to something. If you message me, as long as I don't already have plans, and you're like, should we do this? I'm like, yep. Always.
Obviously.
Obviously, you only live once, right?
Also, your confidence is right.
Oh, thank you. What about my confidence? What do you mean?
Like you're unafraid to say things.
Yeah.
You're like, most other girls like go out and they're like, can you order for me at the bar?
Really?
Yeah, and then you were like, I'm going to have her, and you walked up to order for yourself, and I was like, alright, she can stay.
She can stay, what, in my bar?
Yes. She can stay in the Met. Best. Actually, no, that's not the best bar in Brisbane.
No, absolutely not.
No, because Prohibition is the best bar in Brisbane.
Oh my god, no.
We were there for my 21st. Good times.
That was actually the first bar, like, club I went to when I got to Brisbane. I went there with my friend Phoebe and we
Prohibition?
picked up these Brazilian guys, yeah.
Ooh. Get it, girl.
Alright, Matt, your best personality trait. You're funny and you always make me laugh. Like, even when you're not trying.
Keep going.
I'm just going to give you a big head now, bigger than you've already got.
It's massive.
No, you're funny. You're just a funny person.
Aw.
Like, you're easy to get along with. Make me laugh and... Yeah.
Confident, sexy, humble, you know. All of it, really.
And you're Australian, which obviously helps.
I can confirm. Born and raised.
Born and raised in Gold Coast.
Yeah, true blue Aussie.
Alright. Out of all our time together,
It's a few months.
well, yeah, 7 months since I've known you since I was first in Brisbane. Did you enjoy our time together?
Yeah, 100%.
Me too. I'm glad I met you.
Don't think there's been a dull moment with you, for sure. Whether it's me saying stupid shit and chatting absolute rubbish, or whether it's just been getting absolutely shit-faced.
I was going to say, how did it end? But I mean, we
It hasn't ended yet.
No. How will it end?
How will it end? Sophie,
Predict.
will you marry?
You've already proposed to me about 20 times.
Have I? Surprise! We're in an open relationship.
How will it end? I mean, pretty good predictions. I have a flight booked to Mackay, and you've got a flight booked to England. You have it
sure.
booked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, well, as long as, you know, I don't go to court next week and they're like, prison.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that one, did you?
Prison.
Prison. That was awful.
Oh yeah. Tell us about your courts.
Oh,
Palaver.
well, first of all, I've already had one charge dismissed because I am the GOAT. Represented myself. If anyone needs a lawyer, my services are available. I've got one of my charges got deferred, pushed back. I forget the word. Maybe I wouldn't be the best lawyer. Adjourned.
Right.
Yeah, got adjourned to next week, so I've got to drive a few hours up to Gympie to deal with that situation.
So hopefully,
I think I'll see you again.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be in England for a few years. I might be back. I've been wanting to come to Manchester. Maybe I'll come visit you.
That's an excuse.
Exactly.
I'll have a place, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, like, if you need any tips or anything from England, let me know. If you get confused with the currency, you've got a converter on your phone.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get off the plane, walk out and call you like, what the fuck do I do?
You should definitely go down to Cornwall as well.
Where's that?
So it's in the very west, southwest.
Like, you've got like what's it called, Wales, and then it's like down there.
Underneath Wales. South of Wales and further west, there's a place called Cornwall, and you should definitely go down there. My friend lives there, actually, Alicia.
There's a university there, isn't there?
Probably, I don't know.
Cornwall University? Pretty sure it's like a prestigious university.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Could be wrong. If I'm wrong,
Probably teach you how to surf.
edit it out if I'm wrong.
Okay, the last question is, what are you doing now? But I mean, we know what you're doing now.
Working. I gotta drive home because I moved back in with my mother.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Oh, it's good. Just wanted to spend some time with family before I left.
Yeah, because you don't know when you're going to see him again, do you?
Well, they're planning a trip to come see me in England in Easter.
Oh, okay, so literally in like 3 months.
Yeah, and then I'm flying back to Australia for a couple of weeks in September for Mark's wedding.
Oh, okay, so it's not like goodbye forever.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not goodbye forever. I will be back.
Yeah.
If I survive.
Wait, you're coming back in September? I don't think I'll be here in September. I have no idea where I'm going to be in the next few months, to be honest.
Wow. If I see you, I suppose.
I might see you in Tesco.
What's Tesco?
It's the supermarket in England.
Oh!
Like Coles, Woolies,
Right.
Tesco.
Can I ask you a question, Sophie?
Go on.
What has your favourite time here in Australia been?
My favourite time in Australia? Do you know what? Since I got here, I've just been working constantly. You can't just live life constantly being relaxed and always doing stuff that's fun, because if you're constantly doing that, then it becomes sort of a plateau, and then it's not fun anymore because you're not really earning it. So I think when you work and you work your arse off and you have these goals that you want to hit. When I first got here to Australia back in June, my goal was to save up enough money to buy a plane ticket back to the UK to see my mum for her birthday, save up enough money to live in the UK for a few months without working, and then be able to come back to Australia comfortably and not have to work as soon as I got back. And yeah, so between I think all of June and all of July, I was working non-stop for 2 months, pretty much working 7 days a week, just so that I was able to go home and see my mum for her 50th birthday. I wanted to be there for her, and I definitely would have regretted in the future not being there for my mum's 50th. You can't appreciate the ups of life without the downs.
Wow, very well said.
So, yeah, I don't know what my favourite part has been. I remember there was this one day, amidst me working 7 days a week back in June, July, there was this one day where me and my friend Beth, we went down to Gold Coast, and it made me realise for a second that, yeah, I was still travelling. I wasn't just working constantly, and it reminded me of my times in Asia where I was just travelling, and every day was a beach day, every day was warm. The only worry I would have was, what am I going to do today, kind of thing. How am I going to spend my day? How fun can I make it today? So that was a nice time, going down to Gold Coast. And oh yeah, I remember, so being in the city for 2 months constantly, not being able to see the ocean, I'm definitely a water person, and then going down to Gold Coast and seeing people surf, that gave me so much serotonin. So yeah, that was probably one of my good days. And also as well, basketball.
Just steal his basketball.
I think there's not really one particular time that's been good though. I think it's definitely just settling down in Brisbane, making friends that are more permanent than the friends you would make if you're just constantly travelling, and having a new comfort zone. Brisbane is my second home, or my third home, I don't know. I think Brisbane's overtaken the spot of Bali being my second home.
Wow.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, that's weird to say, because before Bali was my second home. But making friends that I know are going to be here when I come back in the future, constantly being with people that I love and appreciate, and people that are just there for you. I know that no matter what day it is, no matter what I'm doing, I'm always going to bump into people I know, and that's comforting for me. So yeah, just having lots of friends around me, that's probably my favourite part about Brisbane.
That's cute. Can I ask, travelling, making friends?
Yeah.
Is it different making friends when you're travelling, knowing that with a lot of them, there's a good chance that you may never see them again past the time you spend with them in Brisbane, as an example?
Oh, what? So friends, people that I make friends with in Brisbane that are living in Brisbane, and then friends that are also travellers? Yeah.
Is it different? Meeting people you're going to travel with and see around the place, and people you're actually going to see here and maybe just never see again? Going from city to city, making not so much temporary friends, but just...
I see what you mean, yeah. I mean, I definitely think there is a slight difference. For example, the conversations we would have. If I'm making friends with another backpacker, we'd instantaneously start talking about travelling and where we've been and where we're from and how long you've been in Australia for. But then when I meet people through work or on a night out, you don't assume they're travellers, because not everyone's a traveller here in Australia. It's you meet travellers when you're staying at hostels and backpackers, but when you're out of those situations and out of those places, but people are not normally travellers. Maybe they're expats or they've been here for a more permanent amount of time. And yeah, you kind of have different types of conversations with them. I wouldn't ask you, where are you from? Or where are you going next? Because I would just assume that you're probably going to stay here, but obviously you're not, because you're going to England. So I guess in a way you're a traveller, you're an upcoming traveller.
Do you think you've inspired a few people who you've met and thought might never see this person again, and then they've been I want to go travelling, really like what you've done? Have you had people?
I have had a lot of people say that to me, yeah. And it is really heartwarming, because that's the reason why I do what I do. The first time someone said to me that I had inspired them was back when I did my Italy trip in November 2021. And actually, those kinds of messages, people saying that I've inspired them by travelling solo, that's the reason I think why I do what I do today is because I realise I'm inspiring other people, and I like to think of myself as quite a selfless person. Like, I don't travel for other people, but I share content, and the reason why I have this podcast is because I want to inspire other people, and knowing that I am, and getting lots of messages from people, and especially the people I've met along the way, not even just the backpackers, but the other people who are from places like Australia or from New Zealand who are living here permanently. Yeah, they have said that I've inspired them, and for me, that's means the world.
That's really cute. Wow, I liked that answer. See, I did have a bunch of other questions, but I forgot them.
Of course you did. I'm going to miss you though, Matt.
No, stop it. I'm going to start tearing up.
Don't be ridiculous.
Drinks?
Yeah, let's go for drinks.
Next Wednesday for sure. Next Wednesday for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Australia Day on next Thursday. So I'll have it Thursday off.
Oh, Australia Day. Yeah,
Not to get political. Australia Day.
What do you typically do on Australia Day?
Everyone gets fucking sent. Everyone gets drunk. A lot of people go to the beach, and everyone goes to the pub. A lot of cricket. You know, all the like parks and shit are filled with people. I don't know. What have I always done on Australia Day? The family usually gets together, and we all have big meals and beers and drinks and endlessly. Everyone sort of just uses it as an opportunity to get drunk and hang out. And I'm sure a lot of people will be going to the Australia Day protests as well. That's a cheeky, naughty thing.
Yeah, I mean, although everything that Australia Day is based on when the country was invaded and everyone was killed. Am I right?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, the 26th of January is when, what's his name? James Cook arrived in Sydney.
Yeah.
So, Indigenous people see it as a moment in which all of their hell started.
Yeah.
And, a lot of white people see it as when Australia was first founded.
I do feel empathy though for all the Indigenous people that were here. I say we. You. Wait, wasn't James Cook English though?
He was, yeah.
Okay, so we.
Yeah, you.
Our ancestors.
Yours.
We could be cousins.
I'm Jewish.
Let's wrap it up there. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast.
That's so good, Sophie.
It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
No, but thank you for having me on, Sophie.
Oh, Matt, you're a legend.
Love you, Sophie.
Love you, Matt. Thank you so much for listening to this episode with my good friend Matt. I am sure he's going to have a great time exploring sunny England. If you did like this episode, please leave me a good review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts on, as it does help boost it and make sure that other people can have a listen and inspire them to step out of their comfort zone and travel. I will see you on the next episode.